What up, guys? Welcome back. And I know I said I was gonna be back with a full review on the Alien Gear holsters. It hasn't happened yet. I know I've had this thing for like 3 months, and honestly, great holster, amazing holster. I've not had a bad thing to say about this thing at all. It's broken, amazing, but I will do eventually a full review of that. But today, if you're like me, you buy a $600 Glock, $600 on your gun, you get it home, and you don't like how stock it is. A lot of people will go out and maybe get upgraded sights. You might change out the sights on this thing, which I haven't really had an issue with the sights, so I have not even touched them and adjusted them. They shoot nice, and you know they're dead on, at least where I'm putting it. So I haven't had really even bothered with it. I'm not trying to spend a whole bunch of money right now, so I haven't really bothered with it. But one thing that I know I can do that is just super cheap and super easy and really fast is to fill in the engravings on the slide. So I got to looking around on YouTube, and everyone's got these videos that are I just felt like they were almost too complicated. Like, it just seemed like there was more steps they were doing than what you needed to do. I was a painter for 5 years, so I almost, it's tough to say I don't know the limitations of paint. So, I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like they were one too many step in it. And I really wanted it. I wanted the look. I liked the look of it, and I wanted to get on here and see what I could do with mine. So I messed around, got to looking at the old magazines, and I noticed that they had some little bits of, I guess, molded engraving on obviously the witness holes, and they got the Glock, the 9mm up top. So what I did was I went through and I did 2 of them. So this one obviously doesn't have anything done to it whatsoever. No paint in it. This one here is it's just got a single coat right now. And you can kind of see that it's still pretty choppy. I mean, specifically the 9mm up top is still pretty rough. The numbers look relatively decent, I think. I might run another coat over them. They do only have 1 coat on them. But the Glock symbol down the bottom, you can definitely tell is needing another coat. Like I said, this one only has a single coat on it. And this one I'm going to go ahead and call done. It's not bad at all. If I get this to focus for you. Filled in pretty nice. Maybe the 9mm up top could use a little bit more. The numbers, some of these numbers have 3 coats, some of them only have 2. The Glock, actual Glock symbol on the bottom has 3 coats on it. I wasn't sure if I was going to need to do 4 down there, but I ended up only putting 2 on it, or 3 on it. I'm probably going to go ahead and call this one done, just because I'm sick of messing with it. It's not a long process at all. It's actually super easy, at least what I found. But I'm just using fingernail polish, so that's pretty basic. Just a small thing of white fingernail polish, just cheap. Whatever I had the old lady had laying around or whatever, but so yeah, I didn't spend any money on that. She also happened to have non-acetone nail polish remover, which is essential. Non-acetone is essential. So if you get acetone nail polish remover, it will almost start to melt the plastic, and obviously you don't want that. But this non-acetone doesn't bother the plastic; it just takes the paint right off. So that's basically the 2 things that I've needed to do this, and I'm going to show you at least how I do it, or how I've come to realize that works just fine, at least on the plastic. And You know, when I've seen it done before in the past, it's been done the exact same way on the slide, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have no issues with that. But let's get on into it, man. I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's do this. Alright guys, so moving you in a little closer, here's what I wanted to do. I'm going to end up putting another coat on this guy. And I'll end up showing you what I did to put, like, my process for the original coat. But first, I'm going to throw coat number 1 on this one. And basically to prep this, all I did was, again, with the non-acetone nail polish. Remember, it's just what my woman had, so she seen me walking out of the bathroom with this. She was like, what are you going with that? Got stuff to do. Basically, I just poured a little bit in the cap. Basic paper towel. And another thing is, you don't want to shake your nail polish. My woman said that when she shakes her nail polish, she realizes that it just gets bubbly, and she can't lay it out on her fingers as well. So I figure if it's getting bubbly and she can't put it on her fingers, what makes me think I'm putting it in a little recess of a number that's about a human hair width. Bubble's gonna keep it right out. So she gave me the roll technique. But basically what I did to prep this was take your folded paper towel, get yourself a little bit of this non-acetone nail polish remover on it, get your piece you're working. Since I'm going to be running the first coat on this one, just get it in there, you know, just make sure the numbers get them cleaned out real good. I mean, there's no way you're going to know if it's spotless inside there. I don't really think it's worth worrying about if it isn't. But, just give them a little rub. Was I put enough paint to sit and fully, like, completely cover it like that, right? This thing isn't focusing. So, like, everything's covered in there, right? And then take your bigger clean paper towel, give it one of those, just because you don't want it soaked, but you definitely want some polish remover on there. And then this is what I did for the first coat, since it's so kind of thin in there, because you put that paint thinner in there before you went off and did it. And don't be worried about rubbing it, because you're not going to be pushing this paper towel down in those grooves far enough to really pull that paint up and out of there. You will always, every time you cross over top of that and it's wet paint, you'll drag some paint out of there. You won't see it. It won't be enough to bother you, but you will definitely do it. Don't think you won't. But, you just want to make sure you keep using clean paper towels. But basically, after your first bit, your first single coat of it, it's alright. Definitely in there, it's filled, but you run it right over. Right over, and that's coat number 1 on the 9mm. I think the key to it, honestly, is the least you can wipe, the better. Alright guys, so I did the barrel, and honestly, I mean, for this side being the lightest engraved, it's kind of dots more than it's engraved. This did not turn out bad at all. I'm actually kind of shocked. Well, I mean, that's one coat. Kind of shocked. Might do another one. I'm gonna keep a few of them. Like a microfiber towel, best if you can spare one. Just use that. That works so much better. Microfiber leaves no lint. Alright guys, so on my final coat, which I'm about to remove right now, I've come down to, which I feel like is probably the best for at least the slide portion. Covering it, not letting it completely dry, but letting it almost dry all the way, and then just letting the weight of this paper towel with a little bit of that non-acetone nail polish remover on it rub off what's on top of the slide. That got the Glock looking good. The 26 is nice and full. The Austria is good. And this was the one I was having the slight issue with, I felt like. But I feel like that time it came off good, and it's nice and full. But yeah, man, that's to me the easiest way to do it. I like I said, I watched so many videos, and I'm not putting freaking crayon on a $600 piece of equipment. You know, I just don't think it's cheap, man. It's cheap. Don't put crayon on there. Put it back together. Almost changes the look and make it look a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer. And I think this is gonna stick around a little bit longer than crayon anyway, guys. I mean, let's get realistic here. It's just, but yeah, hit me down in the comments and let me know how you did it, if you did it. Let me see, send me some pictures or something. That'd be sweet, because I'm just a fan of black and white. Black and white's always been my favorite color scheme. Color, you know, they look good together. Yeah, guys, let me see your guys' creations. If you have something like a Springfield XDS or like a Smith & Wesson M&P, and you do one of those, send me pictures of that stuff, because I think they look real nice. Like the Glocks, they look good. I mean, it makes them look a little bit better from stock, but it's just basic, you know. So if you dig this video, hit me with a thumbs up. Drop me one down below, because honestly I want to see your guys' stuff. This stuff is so interesting to me, you know. And hit me up if you have any questions, comments, likes. Share this up. Peace.